Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And please don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Today, I'm not drinking on anything because today I'm giving my Super Bowl reaction. All right. This is my reaction to the Super Bowl, and we're going to talk about it. All right. Last night, I had my fun, good food, good drinks. I hope you guys, same thing. If you had a Super Bowl party or went to a Super Bowl party, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves and hope you guys were responsible as well. So, um, I know you guys had a great time. I know you guys had a great time. So did I. But let's talk about the Super Bowl last night. Um, congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. Beating down the Kansas City Chiefs. All right. My prediction was wrong. I thought the Chiefs will win because I thought the game was going to be close and I thought the Chiefs would have the ball last. But I was wrong. This was complete domination by the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, Super Bowl MVP, well deserved. Saquon Barkley, listen, man, you know, this is a feel good story for Saquon. If y'all saw the Hard Knocks, uh, really more that clip in the office, the GM's office, for the New York Giants, and basically didn't want to pay Saquon Barkley, and you basically just said, "Go test the market." Basically, you threw him away and you chose Daniel Jones, who, by the way, left mid-season. By the way, you chose Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley, and you allowed Saquon Barkley not to only go test the waters, but to go to your division rival. Out of all the teams, your division rival, the Philadelphia Eagles, now he's waking up today, Super Bowl champion. That's a feel good story for him. I'm so happy for Saquon Barkley for capturing the Super Bowl after what the Giants did to him. I know there's Giants fans who are excited to see him get a Super Bowl because they didn't want him to go. So I know they were cheering for the Eagles, even though they're not Eagles fans and it's a division rival. But just for Saquon, for him to get a Super Bowl, I know they're extremely happy for him. Uh, but man, this game was a complete domination. Uh, defensively, offensively, special teams. It was Chiefs were never in it. You could tell by the beginning of the game, I feel like one team was more ready than the other team. One team was more ready than the other team. The Eagles came out with the it- they just had this look in their eyes like we want this Super Bowl. All right. Um Nick Sirianni, I mean, listen, to get his revenge uh against the Eagles, obviously this is the second time in 3 years playing. The Chiefs won the first meeting. Eagles won last night. For this to happen, and you can see the smile and the joy on their faces, even tears, that you're happy for the Eagles. Again, I was wrong. I picked the Chiefs. I thought it was gonna be a close game. It wasn't a close game. Um, complete domination. Um, the heroes of the game last night, defensive line. To me, the defensive line, we all knew the Chiefs' weakness was their offensive line, and it showed because the defensive line rushed forward all night, got to Patrick Mahomes all night. Um, Patrick Mahomes never really got settled into the game. And to me, I felt like they should have established a run in the beginning because if you knew you have a weak offensive line, the one thing you want to do is run the football, make them go forward. Um, they didn't do that. 7 carries, 24 yards from the running backs. Not good whatsoever. Uh, Jalen Hurts, man, I'm telling you, man, this man threw for what, 220, 221, 222, ran for another 72 yards. He only had that one mistake in the first quarter, but other than that, he had a perfect game, controlled the game, made great throws throughout the game, made basically made great decisions throughout the entire game with his arm, with his legs. And I'm happy to see Jalen Hurts. You know, if y'all knew about his journey in college, going from Alabama, basically lost his starting job to Tua um, in the national from the national championship game. Even though he uh, he ended up winning the national championship there, going to Oklahoma, Heisman Trophy winner, getting to the NFL. You know, success, success. Last year, the way they finished off um last season, it was just a bad way to end it. And to have a gift, to get a gift like Saquon Barkley to you because the team in your division didn't value him enough to keep him. I mean, it's a great story all the way around, man. Not only for the team, but for like I said, um, Jalen Hurts to Saquon Barkley, man. You see Devontae Smith there. You see AJ Brown, guys. You know, they talked about the passing game early on. Listen, this season wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for three factors. Okay. The Philadelphia Eagles, their offensive line, their running game, and the defensive line. Well, their defense as a whole was just amazing. Best defense in the league, okay? They were the best defense in the league. So they came out and they just completely sold up, showed out, more physical than the Chiefs. The Chiefs, I don't know what it was. They look like they just got intimidated. They look like they got intimidated. I'm talking about on the offensive side for the Chiefs. That offensive line got beat bad. Got beat bad by the defensive line of the Eagles. And it showed Patrick Mahomes was pressured throughout the game with just a four-man rush. He threw a pick six to a rookie on his birthday. I know that if that was me, I'm like, man, I got a pick six on my birthday in the Super Bowl. I'm going to forever remember that, right? And I'm pretty sure they threw him a party right after that. So that's cool, man. That's really cool to live out your dream and have that happen for you. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was like what 24-0 at halftime. It wasn't a game. It wasn't a game. Even though they had a whole another half to play, you thought that the Chiefs would make adjustments to get back in it, just taking one possession at a time. It didn't happen. It really didn't happen. What was the score like? 34-0 or something before the Chiefs even scored their first points? I mean, it was such a blowout. It was such a domination. It felt like it was 100-0, to be honest with you. But uh, Eagles came to play. They came to play, and they deserve to be champions. From the Chiefs side of things, um, from me personally watching the game, I don't blame the Chiefs defense because the defense, what happened is that their offense let them down. Offense didn't stay on the field. The offense wasn't converting. Um, the defense contained Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley didn't have the typical Saquon game. They pretty much contained him, but he was still a threat on the field. By the end of the day, you know, Jalen Hurts, he had to be the guy once as the game progressed. You know, he did what he was supposed to do. Um, Great throws down the field, using his legs as well, getting teammates involved. That's what you want out of a quarterback to get, you know, everybody involved, and that's what happened. And they came out, showed out. The Chiefs defense, man, you felt bad for them because they realistically over the last since last season, it was the Chiefs defense that carried the Chiefs, right? Last year they had one of the top defenses in the league. This year we all knew their off Chiefs offense. I don't know what's going on with a Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. Offense don't really look explosive. And they have explosive players, right? They have explosive players. Uh, the running back that got hurt earlier, he kind of came, but he wasn't the same. But I guarantee you he will be back to form. Uh, Start of camp and everything. They just got to figure the offense out, right? Got to get your running game going. You got to get a better offensive line. That's what it's going to be because you had two really good running backs, but if you don't have the offensive line that's going to be able to block, pass, protect, it don't matter. And I think that's what happened. The Chiefs' offensive line got exposed, and with that, the defense got tired. You know, the defense, they played their heart out. I'm not gonna put this on the defense. Um, they got tired. They tried to keep them in as long as trying to keep it close as long as it could, but you know, it really started off as a defensive game. That's what really happened. It started off as a defensive game. I know they gave up that one touchdown, um, that one pass down the field, which led to the tush push for a touchdown for the Eagles in the first quarter. Um, but you know, they were in it. They was gonna keep the Chiefs in it. The score was 10-0. You like, okay, 10-0. Only thing the Chiefs got to do is get a score. Okay, we back in it. Patrick Mahomes threw a pick six, and from there it was just downhill. It was downhill from there, and yeah. So again, I don't put this loss on the defense. I know a lot of people gonna be like, "What about the defense?" No, the offense cost them this game. That's just my opinion about this game. The offense cost them this game. Um, so I usually when you have a game like this, it's hyped up. A Super Bowl game is always hyped up because it's a Super Bowl. The everything that comes with the Super Bowl and things like that, the halftime show to like the pregame show, and you know you got parties and all of that. It's like the Super Bowl Sunday is the unofficial um national holiday in a sense, right? Unofficial national holiday. And this game reminded me so much of the Seahawks and Broncos game where the Seahawks just dominated the Broncos. It wasn't even a game. This was Russell Wilson's one and only Super Bowl. But that defense they had, I mean, come on. That's what it takes to win a Super Bowl. You gotta have a great defense. You gotta have a great defense, and they had a great defense and they won. So the Chiefs, they gotta fix their offensive line going into next season. They know it. Hopefully they get that fixed. Because honestly, I want to see a third matchup. I got to see a third matchup. They split the two games. They got to have the trilogy. It got to be a trilogy, man. Let's break this tie and let's see what happens. All right. Um, Now let's talk about the halftime show. Kendrick Lamar obviously was the headliner. Uh, to me, I personally I like the show. I like the halftime performance. A lot of people uh, didn't like it. You know, you had special guests. You had Samuel L. Jackson. You had Serena Williams. Okay, um, that was the one thing like Serena Williams, but Serena Williams came out um, support. A lot of people didn't like it. Um, no, you got to understand Kendrick Lamar, man. He up here very conscious. Um, there was a message with it with this halftime performance. Um, to me, I liked it. I'm not gonna say this was the greatest halftime performance of all time. No, to me, it's not the greatest halftime performance we've seen. I mean, even last year's Super Bowl. I mean, that Usher's performance was amazing last year. Okay, and we've seen other great performances. Michael Jackson. Okay, we had Beyonce, Bruno Mars. You had Katy Perry, right? Um, who was the group? Y'all know this group. I can't think. It was was it Coldplay? Coldplay. You know, I think that's when they surprised everybody by bringing Bruno Mars and Beyonce on stage with them. Um, so when Kendrick Lamar did his thing, I like. Only thing I would say is this: with the show being in New Orleans, with the game being in New Orleans, obviously, you got to have. It was a they brought the New Orleans feel to it, right? The pregame show, you saw Southern University, you saw the artist, I forgot his name, from New Orleans, the national anthem, the Black national anthem, um, the whole New Orleans, especially the national anthem, put the whole New Orleans spin to it, right? A lot of people don't understand it because if you're not from New Orleans, you don't know their culture. When you go to a place, yeah, they're bringing their culture to it, and um, I saw nothing wrong with it. Only thing I would say is with the halftime show, I wish Kendrick Lamar could have brought out some New Orleans artists, right? Some New Orleans artists to I mean, I know Master P, they brought him out before the game, but it would have been really cool if he would have been like, I'm gonna surprise y'all. I got Lil Wayne coming out to surprise you guys, right? Um, even if you had Master P um doing something like during the halftime show, you could have had Juvenile come out do something during the halftime show. I wish that could have happened, right? Um, and I think too with the Super Bowl, because you did it in LA, which is kind of crazy to me. You did it in LA, right? You had Dr. Dre from LA, Compton to be exact, and he brought out, obviously he brought the LA feel to it, right? You got Snoop from Long Beach. Even though Eminem and 50 Cent are not from LA, they still under the Dr. Dre tree. So you had that going on. That was a great show when they had the Super Bowl in LA. I just think that when anytime you go to a city, you represent that city 100%. So that's everything from the pregame to the halftime show to all of that. So we'll see how things go moving forward. But you know, me, I like the halftime show. A lot of people didn't like it. So be it. It's your opinion. You're not gonna like everything when it comes to the halftime show. So uh that was that. All right. Um, but overall, when it comes to this game, I gotta say this game was not a game. It was a complete domination by the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles wanted it more. You could tell when they came out on the field, they was determined to take the trophy, to get their revenge on the Chiefs from 2 seasons ago when they played in the Super Bowl, which that game was a lot closer. Um, that's why I thought it was gonna be you know, there's that have that feel to it. It's gonna be a close game, and the Chiefs will pull it out because I feel like they would have the ball last with a chance to win it. Um, so pretty much by the end of the day, with the performance by the Eagles, They made sure this wasn't a game. They made sure this was all about domination, and they did it. Defensive line with the whole defense. Jalen Hurts pretty much beat the team not only with his arm but with his legs as well. Coaching, Nick Sirianni got his coached a great game. The coordinators, they did a great job putting the game plan together, and they walked out of here as the Super Bowl champions. So they deserve it. Um, how many of you guys, y'all let me know how many of you guys was going for the Eagles? I'm pretty sure most of you guys was going for the Eagles. I know a lot of you was going for the Chiefs. A lot of people are happy that the Chiefs lost. Happy that the referees wasn't involved in this game. I know that's been a big talk for pretty much the whole season when it comes to the Kansas City Chiefs. That was a big talk all season. And I also felt like this particular game, it got to the point where when I was watching this game, I was trying to see how many more points the Eagles could score before the Chiefs put up their first points. Because I knew eventually they was going to get a touchdown or two in, eventually. But I wanted to see how many points that the Eagles was going to score before the Chiefs put up their first points. So I was really my mindset was thinking about that. So again, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. You deserve this championship. Celebrate. You guys are going to be the favorite going into next season. As everything is constructed right now with all the teams in the NFL, you cannot say the Eagles are not the favorite to come out the NFC and represent the NFC again, NFC conference again in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what happens. If I have my way, it'll be the Chiefs, Eagles, third match. And but yeah, we'll see what happens next season. All right. Um, y'all let me know how y'all felt about the game. Let me know you excited. Let me know if you're disappointed. Let me know how y'all feel about the halftime show as well. What do you expect to see next year when it comes to the halftime show? Who do y'all like to see perform in the halftime show? And yeah, just let me know. Also, too, man. Make sure y'all follow Drinking Up the Dark Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Hit that subscribe button, like this channel. Also, catch the episodes on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. So tune into that. Also, I'm gonna start doing my reviews again. So please let me know in the comments what drinks I should try, and I'll give my honest opinion about it. And also, do some more reaction videos as well. So y'all let me know, man. Let me know, and we're gonna have some fun this year in 2025. All right. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Please be responsible if you're gonna drink. Until next time, I'm Darius from Drinking After Dark Podcast, and we out. Peace.